Hello again everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now when you think of Roman technology, what comes to mind? Perhaps aqueducts, roads, central heating, concrete, maybe military equipment such as the gladius or the scutum. But what about a Swiss army knife? Now at first glance that might sound ridiculous. After all, the Swiss army knife is a modern invention, isn't it? A compact multi-tool packed with useful gadgets that can be folded away into a pocket-sized package. Surely that belongs to the modern world. And yet, archaeologists have uncovered Roman artefacts that look remarkably similar. Objects with folding blades, objects with multi-tools, objects designed to be carried from place to place. In fact, some examples are so striking that they have become known as the Roman Swiss army knives. But is that comparison actually fair? Did the Romans really have multi-tools? Were these objects common or rare? And what can they tell us about everyday life in the Roman world? The idea of a folding knife is far older than many people realise. In fact, folding knives predate the Roman Empire itself. Examples are known from Iron Age Europe and other parts of the ancient world. And the principle is simple enough. Rather than carrying an exposed blade, the blade folds safely into a handle when it's not in use. It's a practical idea. It's safer, it's easier to carry, and it protects the blade itself. By the Roman period, folding knives were already well established. Archaeologists have found examples across the Roman Empire. Some have simple handles, others are beautifully decorated, some have handles shaped like animals, others depict human figures, and a few are genuine works of art. In Roman Britain, folding knives have been recovered from several sites, such as Caliver Atrebatum, modern-day Silchester, where archaeologists found a remarkable folding knife or razor with an ivory handle depicting two mating dogs. And these finds demonstrate that the concept was entirely familiar to people living here. This is important because many people imagine Roman technology as somehow primitive compared to our modern day technology, but in reality, Roman metalworkers were capable of producing surprisingly sophisticated objects. Creating a folding knife requires more than just simply forging a blade. The hinge must function correctly, the blade must pivot smoothly, the handle must be shaped precisely enough to accommodate the blade when folded. It may seem simple to us today, but it represents a level of craftsmanship that should not be taken for granted. So Romans certainly had folding knives, but does that make them Swiss army knives? Well, not quite. The reason the comparison exists is because some Roman artefacts go far beyond a simple folding blade. One of the most famous examples survives today in Cambridge at the Fitzwilliam Museum, and this remarkable silver object dates to the later Roman Empire and contains an entire collection of folding implements: a spoon, a fork, a knife, a pick, a spike, and a small spatula-like tool, all folded neatly together into a single portable object. Looking at it today, it's difficult not to be impressed. The resemblance to a modern multi-tool is obvious, and yet, despite the nickname, this wasn't really designed for the same purpose as a modern Swiss army knife. Modern multi-tools are generally intended for repair work, camping, engineering, or outdoor activities. The Roman example, however, seems to have been designed primarily for eating and personal grooming, and that tells us something interesting, because it raises an important question. Why would somebody need to carry their own eating equipment? Well, to answer that, we need to think about travel in the Roman Empire. The Roman world was connected by an enormous network of roads. In Britain alone, thousands of miles of roads linked forts, towns, ports, villas, and so on. A person could travel from Londinium to Eboracum, from Eboracum to Diva, or from Diva to Isca Augusta. And beyond Britain, routes stretched across Europe, North Africa, and the Near East. Merchants travelled, officials travelled, soldiers travelled, messengers travelled. The Roman Empire was a remarkably mobile society, but unlike today, travellers could not necessarily assume that every establishment could provide everything that they needed, nor could they rely upon modern standards of hygiene. Personal possessions mattered. People carried items that made life on the road easier, and that appears to be where these multi-tools fit into the picture. The spoon is perhaps the easiest feature to understand. Romans used spoons extensively. Different forms existed. Some were designed for soups and stews, others were designed for shellfish or snails. The fork surprises many modern audiences because there is a common belief that the Romans didn't use forks, but in reality they certainly knew what forks were. Examples have been found across the Roman world. And although they were not used in the same way or to the same extent as modern table forks, they were nevertheless part of Roman material culture. The knife requires little explanation. Knives were among the most common tools in the Roman world, whether preparing food, eating, working leather, cutting rope, or performing countless other everyday tasks. A knife was an essential possession. The pick is often interpreted as a toothpick, and again, this may sound strange, but Roman authors make reference to dental hygiene and grooming. Personal appearance mattered. The Romans spent considerable time maintaining themselves, and a portable grooming tool would not have been out of place. Then there is the spike. And one suggestion is that it was intended for extracting snails from their shells. Snails, of course, being a recognised foodstuff within the Roman world. And then finally, we have the small spatula. Now this may have been used for condiments, sauces, ointments, or other substances stored within narrow-necked containers. Of course, we should be careful. Archaeologists cannot always be absolutely certain about the purpose of every component. Some interpretations remain educated guesses, but taken together, these tools paint a very clear picture. This was not a military survival tool. It was not designed for repairing equipment. It was designed for everyday living. And perhaps that's the most interesting thing about it, because when people think about Roman artefacts, they often focus on extraordinary objects, weapons, armour, imperial monuments. Yet most Romans spent their lives doing exactly the same sort of things that we do: travelling, eating, working, maintaining their appearance, trying to make daily life just that bit more convenient. In that sense, the Roman Swiss Army knife is not really remarkable because it is different from us. It is remarkable because it is familiar. The desire to combine several useful tools into a single portable object is something that makes a perfect amount of sense to a modern audience because it made perfect sense to people living nearly 2,000 years ago. But there is another aspect to this story: status. The famous Cambridge example is made largely from silver. Silver is expensive, silver is attractive, silver is a statement. If pure practicality had been the goal, there would have been cheaper materials available. Bronze and iron would have done the job perfectly well. The use of silver suggests that at least some Roman multi-tools were not merely practical possessions. They were status symbols. They demonstrated wealth. They advertised refinement. Much like an expensive watch today, actually. The owner wasn't simply carrying a useful object. They were carrying an object that said something about who they were. And this reflects a broader truth about Roman society. The Romans loved displaying status through jewellery, clothing, dining equipment, tableware, architecture, and apparently, sometimes through remarkably sophisticated folding gadgets. So did the Romans have Swiss army knives? Well, strictly speaking, no. The Swiss army knife wouldn't appear for another 15 centuries. But did the Romans have folding knives? Absolutely. Did they have multi-tools? Without question. Did they create portable devices that combined several useful implements into a single compact object? Again, yes. And perhaps the real lesson here is not that the Romans invented the Swiss army knife, it's that they were every bit as clever, inventive and practical as we might expect from people living in any age. Because 2,000 years ago, somewhere in Roman Britain or elsewhere in the empire, somebody looked at a collection of everyday tools and thought, wouldn't it be useful if all of these were folded into one? And the result is an object that still manages to surprise us today. But thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, hype and subscribe. It helps immensely, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.